Happy Vesak Day to everyone. Come learn a little and join us as we celebrated Vesak in Colombo, Sri Lanka. So what is Vesak Day? Vesak is the Buddhist holiday commemorating the birth, the enlightenment, and the death of Buddha. And it always falls on the May full moon. And that was Dhananjani's friend Yesh who invited us to her company's Dansal. Dansals are actually a modern manifestation of the ancient Buddhist tradition of almsgiving. They're very big during Vesak, and they also happen during other religious times of the year, as well as when a family member passes away, and to commemorate them months and years after even. And they involve distributing free food and drinks to all people, regardless of their background, their status, embodies the principles of generosity and compassion. So we celebrated Vesak at and around Gangaramaya Temple, which is the biggest temple in Colombo. And the streets are filled with people. There's Buddhist flags and lanterns everywhere. I'll get to the significance of lanterns later and the significance of those flowers right there as well. There's Buddhist music playing all over. And on TV is everything Buddhist all day. And when we arrived, there was a Vesak parade going on. And as you could see, they're all wearing white, as are most people on the streets. And even when you go to a Buddhist temple in general, people are wearing white. And there's a symbolism behind that. It symbolizes purity and simplicity, both in body and mind, as well as non-attachment and renunciation. Because the color white, it's plain and neutral, so it kind of signifies that detachment from worldly desires and materialism, which is a big thing in Buddhism. And it represents peace and tranquility. Now I'm going to be quiet for a minute. I'll be right back so you can sit and listen to the traditional Sri Lankan music and watch the traditional Sri Lankan dancers. Such an amazing sight. I've seen it in different capacities, in shows and in parades, and I love it every time. So enjoy. I'll be right back. And don't forget to stay to the end to see the beautiful lanterns and my favorite art installation of them all. And we're back walking into Gangaramaya Temple. In front of me is Dhananjani's mom, who doesn't speak English actually, so it's interesting, but I make her laugh a lot. So it's such a beautiful place, like I said, very breathtaking, so many statues of the Buddha. Right here are the candles, which I light every Buddhist temple I go, as an offering to Buddha and to commemorate, my parents who passed away over the past few years. But there's more to it. And there are three main offerings when you go to a Buddhist temple, other than money, which is an offering as well. And the first are candles. And candles represent light and wisdom. They represent the dispelling of ignorance in the pursuit of enlightenment, illuminating your way through the ignorance. Now, flowers, which you saw me holding before, they represent the impermanence and beauty. Especially when fresh, they symbolize the beauty and fragility of life. They remind us of the transient nature of existence as they wilt and decay, illustrating the Buddhist teaching of impermanence. Corn doesn't represent anything. I was just hungry. Flowers also represent, it's an act of homage and respect to the Buddha, to Dharma, which are the teachings, and Sangha, which is the community. And lastly, incense, which is another offering to Buddha and other enlightened beings. It represents purification, of dispelling of negative thoughts and impurities. It promotes calm and mindful state conducive to meditation. And it also signifies the connection between the earthly realm and the spiritual. Now, lanterns hold a very profound significance during Vesak, and you'll see them all over Colombo and all over Sri Lanka in the days leading up to Vesak. Now, lanterns during Vesak encompass several symbolic meanings. The first being the light of wisdom and enlightenment, dispelling the darkness. They symbolize the light of the Buddha's wisdom, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Illuminating lanterns is a way to honor the Buddha's life and his significant contributions to humanity. The beauty and brightness of the lanterns reflect the joy and reverence felt by practitioners during this truly sacred time. They really bring communities together, fostering this sense of unity and shared spiritual practice, as you could see by the streets being filled with people coming together to celebrate. The lanterns also symbolize hope for spiritual growth and a better future. They serve as a reminder to practitioners the possibility of achieving enlightenment and the hope that the Buddhist teachings just bring to their lives. Overall, the beautiful and serene glow of lanterns creates this amazing atmosphere of peace and tranquility, conducive to meditation and reflection. It just really warmed my heart to be able to take part of this, in this chaotic world we live in with so much suffering, to have a day where everybody is just enjoying themselves, breaking bread with one another. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, what your status is. We're all the same. And finally, my favorite handmade devotional art installation of the night. Thank you guys for watching, and happy Vesak.